I trace my fingers across the anniversary surprise tickets to Hawaii, while across town, my wife Sarah is straddling her coworker in a tattoo parlor chair. She doesn't know I can see their matching infinity symbols being eternally etched into their skin through their Instagram live video they thought I couldn't access. The irony of them choosing forever as their secret symbol makes me want to laugh, even as I feel the acid of betrayal burning through 10 years of memories. 2 weeks. Earlier. The jewelry box feels heavy in my pocket as I walk through our front door, greeted by the familiar scent of Sarah's signature lavender candles. 10 years of marriage, and she still lights them every evening, knowing how much I love coming home to their gentle fragrance. I find myself smiling, thinking about the expression that will cross her face when she sees what I've planned for our anniversary. "Honey," I call out, but the house remains silent. Right, Thursday means spin class. Sarah's been religious about her workouts lately, sometimes going twice a day. I should be grateful, I suppose. How many husbands complain about their wives letting themselves go after marriage? Instead, at 35, Sarah looks better than ever. I head to our home office, ready to finalize the anniversary plans. Hawaii tickets, couples massage, sunset dinner cruise, the works. As I open my laptop, a notification pops up from our shared cloud storage. Storage full. I click to clean it up, and that's when I notice them. Dozens of new photos automatically uploaded from Sarah's phone. My finger hovers over the folder. Something about the thumbnail seems off. I pull back, close the laptop. Trust is the foundation of marriage, isn't it? Besides, I have more important things to focus on, like making dinner reservations at the restaurant where we had our first date. Sarah's key turns in the lock just as I finish the booking. She breezes in, flushed from exercise, her wedding ring conspicuously absent. "Had to take it off for weight training," she explains before I can ask, kissing my cheek. Her phone buzzes. She glances at it, and for a split second, I catch an unfamiliar smile playing at her lips. I pretend not to notice. After all, we have forever, right? The Instagram notification lights up my phone. Sarah_Mitchell tagged in a post at Electric Ink Tattoo. Strange. Sarah's always said tattoos weren't her thing. Called them tacky when my brother got his full sleeve done last year. I open the app, and my world stops spinning. There she is, beaming at the camera, proudly displaying a delicate infinity symbol on her inner wrist. The caption reads, "Sometimes the most meaningful marks are the smallest ones. #new ink. #forever yours." The post is already deleted, but not fast enough. My trembling thumb saves the screenshot. I recognize the tattoo artist's page from the tag. 3 posts down, I see him. Mark from Sarah's office. Same tattoo, same spot, same day. His caption twists the knife, because some connections are meant to last forever. My chest tightens as I open our shared credit card app. The evidence spreads out before me like a roadmap of betrayal. Hotel charges disguised as team lunches, late-night Uber rides when she was supposedly at girls' night, jewelry purchases on days that weren't my birthday or our anniversary. "Working late tonight, babe," Sarah's text chirps with false cheer. "Don't wait up, big presentation tomorrow." I check Mark's social media, his latest post, "Business dinner with the team," tagged at the same hotel as last time, the same hotel where I'd planned to surprise Sarah with the Hawaii tickets next week. My fingers dial our couple's therapist, the one Sarah insisted we didn't need last month when I mentioned feeling disconnected. Dr. Richards answers on the second ring. "Kevin, everything okay?" "I need to move my next session earlier," I manage, my voice surprisingly steady. "And I'll be coming alone." "Of course," she says, and I hear the concern in her pause. "Kevin, is there something?" "I just found out my wife's definition of forever is different than mine," I say, staring at the Hawaii tickets on my desk. "Very different." It's amazing how clearly you can see things once your eyes are forced open. Like a magic eye puzzle suddenly snapping into focus. Every odd behavior, every late night, every suspicious phone notification from the past year crystallizes into a devastating picture. I sit in our home office, methodically piecing together the timeline of my wife's betrayal. The shared cloud storage I'd avoided checking last week now spills its secrets across my screen. Sarah must have forgotten to turn off autosync after getting her new phone. Dozens of photos tell the story she thought she was hiding. Mark's arm around her waist at office parties, secret weekend getaways disguised as work retreats, intimate moments that turn my stomach. The worst part? The dates. That sunny Saturday she was helping her sister move, she was on a wine tasting tour with him. The night I had food poisoning and she slept in the guest room to let me rest. She wasn't even home. Even our anniversary dinner last year, she'd been texting him under the table while I gave her the diamond earrings she'd always wanted. My phone buzzes. It's Dave, my best friend since college, asking if I'm free for a drink. The same Dave who works in Sarah's building. The same Dave who's been acting weird for months. Sure, I text back. The usual place? At the bar, Dave won't meet my eyes. He fidgets with his beer, starts sentences, and stops them. Finally, after his third IPA, the truth spills out. Everyone at the office knows, he confesses, shame coloring his face. They've been so obvious, man. I wanted to tell you, but Sarah swore it was just a harmless flirtation. Said she'd end it. When? My voice sounds distant to my own ears. When did she say that? Dave stares into his beer. 6 months ago. 6 months ago, Sarah suggested we start trying for a baby. I excuse myself, step into the bathroom, and vomit until there's nothing left but the bitter taste of truth. This wasn't just an affair. It was a calculated deception. And everyone knew but me. Now I sit here, tracing my fingers across the anniversary surprise tickets to Hawaii, while across town, my wife Sarah is straddling her coworker in a tattoo parlor chair. She doesn't know I can see their matching infinity symbols being eternally etched into their skin through their Instagram live video they thought I couldn't access. The irony of them choosing forever as their secret symbol makes me want to laugh, even as I feel the acid of betrayal burning through 10 years of memories. But I don't laugh. I don't cry. Instead, I document everything. The laptop screen flickers as I forward copies of every incriminating photo, message, and credit card statement to my secure email. My hands are steady as I work, like I'm performing surgery, carefully excising the cancer of betrayal from my life. The manila folder on my desk grows thicker with each passing hour. Hotel receipts, screenshots, timestamps, a paper trail of paradise lost. Just a quick work dinner. Sarah's text comes in at 7:30 p.m. I watch the dot on her location-shared iPhone move toward the hotel, our hotel, where I'd planned to surprise her next week, where she's met him 6 times in the past 3 months. The divorce attorney's business card sits heavy in my wallet. Take your time, she'd said during our consultation yesterday. Gather evidence. Don't let emotions drive your decisions. Her eyes had been kind but firm. The prepared spouse usually wins. So I prepare. I transfer half our savings to my new private account. Perfectly legal, my attorney assured me. I document every lie, every unexplained absence, every suspicious charge. I save backups of backups. I begin quietly moving my most treasured possessions to a storage unit. Not valuable things, the irreplaceable ones. Photos of my parents, my grandfather's watch, the journal I kept during our first year of marriage. Sarah comes home late, smelling of sanitizer, trying to mask the scent of the tattoo parlor. She kisses my cheek, shows me a fake shopping bag from the mall, and tells me she treated herself to some new workout clothes. I smile, tell her I can't wait to see them, and return to my laptop. Sometimes the best revenge is letting someone think they're getting away with it. The truth has a way of showing up in unexpected places. For me, it arrives in a misdirected email from a real estate agent. The craftsman-style house you and Mark viewed would be perfect for your fresh start, the email reads, especially with that nursery space you loved. As discussed, I can schedule the private showing for... I stop reading, my coffee cup suspended halfway to my mouth. The timestamp is from yesterday, when Sarah said she was at her mother's. My hands shake as I click through the attached photos. A charming 3-bedroom house across town. Sarah and Mark clearly visible in the background of one shot, his hand resting possessively on her lower back. They're not just having an affair. They're planning a future. I call Sarah's mother, my voice carefully casual. Just checking what time Sarah left yesterday. She forgot her phone charger. The pause tells me everything before she even speaks. Kevin, I haven't seen Sarah in weeks. I thank her, hang up, and systematically begin removing every photo of Sarah from our walls. Each empty nail hole feels like a puncture wound in the facade of our marriage. 10 years of smiling vacation photos, holiday portraits, wedding memories, all carefully stacked and placed in a box labeled past due. My phone rings. It's Mark's fiancée, Jessica. My anonymous email from this morning did its job. Is it true? Her voice cracks. The photos. The hotel receipts. I'm sorry, I say, and I mean it. I thought you should know before the wedding. She sobs, thanks me, hangs up. Within an hour, Sarah's calling in a panic. Kevin, something terrible happened. Someone sent Jess fake photos of Mark and me. She's called off the engagement. You have to help me convince her. Did you like the nursery? I ask quietly. The line goes dead silent. The Craftsman house, I continue, my voice steady. The one with the perfect nursery. Were you planning to raise my replacement family there? I hear her sharp intake of breath, the beginning of what's surely another lie. But I've already hung up. The time for words is over. Now, it's time for action. The anniversary venue looks different in the dark. I convinced the manager to let me in after hours. He'd heard about Sarah and Mark from his wife, who works at their office. Another person who knew before me. Another witness to my humiliation. I stand in the empty ballroom where I'd planned to surprise Sarah with the Hawaii tickets. The space where I'd arranged for our family and friends to hide, ready to celebrate our vow renewal. String lights hang unlit overhead, and my footsteps echo across the hardwood floor. Finally, alone in this hollow space, I break. Fuck! The scream rips from my throat, bouncing off the walls. I grab one of the sample centerpieces left by the event planner and hurl it across the room. It shatters, crystal shards scattering like the pieces of my life. 10 years. 10 fucking years. I sink to my knees, pressing my forehead against the cool floor. The tears come hot and fast, years of memories flickering through my mind like a corrupted highlight reel. Our first date, the proposal, the wedding, every anniversary, every Christmas, every quiet Sunday morning, all tainted now by the knowledge that she could look me in the eyes and lie, that she could plan a future with another man while sleeping in our bed. My phone vibrates. Another message from Sarah. Please come home. We need to talk. I can explain everything. Explain what? How she got the infinity tattoo to match her lover's while I planned our anniversary. How she picked out a house with him, complete with a nursery, while I researched romantic getaways. How she could kiss me goodnight and then text him goodnight too. Something shifts inside me as I stare at her message. The tears stop. The pain crystallizes into something harder, colder, more focused. I stand up, dust off my knees, and take one last look around the ballroom. I'd planned to renew our vows here, to promise her forever again. Instead, I'll use it to set myself free. Opening my phone, I start composing a group message to everyone we know. You're still invited to the anniversary party. The surprise has changed. It's time to show Sarah what it feels like to be blindsided. The anniversary party is in full swing when Sarah arrives. She's wearing the black dress I bought her last Christmas, infinity tattoo proudly displayed on her wrist. Her smile falters as she takes in the crowd. All our friends, family, co-workers. Even Mark's ex-fiancée Jessica stands near the bar, clutching a champagne glass. Kevin? Sarah's voice wavers. What is this? I thought we were having dinner alone to talk. I step forward, mic in hand. The room falls silent. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to celebrate this special occasion. My voice carries clearly through the speakers. Sarah, honey, I've been planning this surprise for months, almost as long as you've been planning your future with Mark. The color drains from her face. In the crowd, Mark starts pushing his way toward the exit, but two of my friends step into his path. I considered many gifts for our 10th anniversary, I continue, my tone conversational. Hawaii was the original plan, but then I thought, why not give you what you really want? Freedom. I gesture to the screen behind me. It flickers to life, displaying a slideshow. Sarah and Mark entering the hotel, the real estate photos, the tattoo parlor Instagram posts, their private messages, automatically backed up to our cloud storage. Since you both love permanent marks so much, I pull out a stack of papers from my jacket. I thought we could make this official. Divorce papers, Sarah. Already signed by me. The room is dead silent. Sarah's mascara runs in black streaks down her face. You had a choice, I say, softer now. You could have told me you weren't happy. You could have asked for a divorce. Instead, you chose to lie, to plan a whole new life while pretending to build one with me. I place the papers on a nearby table. Your infinity symbol is fitting, actually, because this moment, watching you realize you've lost everything, will stay with me forever. Kevin, please, she whispers, reaching for me. I step back, removing my wedding ring. I've already moved out. The house is yours. You'll need somewhere to stay, since Mark's fiancée is keeping their condo. Consider it my last gift to you. Forever yours, right? The ring clinks softly as I set it beside the divorce papers. Sometimes the best revenge is a perfectly executed goodbye. The morning after the party, my phone won't stop buzzing. Videos of Sarah's public humiliation have spread through our entire social circle. I should feel vindicated, but instead, I feel hollow as I watch her stumble out of frame in one clip, mascara-stained and broken. Mark didn't fare much better. His law firm's HR department has launched an investigation into workplace misconduct. Turns out, he's made a habit of pursuing married women in the office. Sarah was just the latest conquest, something she's probably realizing right about now. You didn't have to destroy her, my sister says over coffee. She's the only person I've agreed to see today. The divorce papers would have been enough. Like how she didn't have to plan a whole new family while I was planning our second decade together. The bitterness in my voice surprises even me. She was going to have his baby in the house I bought for our future children. My sister reaches across the table, squeezing my hand. I know, but this public execution, it's not you, Kevin. She's right. I've never been cruel. Even now, part of me wants to call Sarah to make sure she's okay. 10 years of loving someone doesn't disappear overnight, even when it should. My phone buzzes again. Sarah, I'm at the house. Everything's in boxes. How long have you been planning to leave? I stare at the message, remembering how methodically I'd packed over the past 2 weeks, how I'd labeled each box with surgical precision. Keep. Donate. Memories to burn. Another message. I never meant to hurt you. Mark meant nothing. Please come home. We can fix this. Classic Sarah, trying to rewrite the narrative even now, but the infinity symbol on her wrist tells the real story. Some marks can't be erased. There's nothing to fix, I text back. The house is yours. The life we planned is gone. Your perfect nursery will have to wait. I block her number before she can respond. Outside the coffee shop, autumn leaves scatter across the sidewalk, dying beautiful deaths in shades of red and gold. My sister watches me with worried eyes. What now? She asks. I take a deep breath of crisp October air. Now? I learn who I am without her lies to define me. 1 month after the party, I sit in my lawyer's office, staring at Sarah's proposed settlement terms. She's offering to split everything 50-50, a desperate attempt at fairness that comes far too late. Her note, attached to the papers, begs for a private conversation. Please, Kevin, one last time, for closure. I think about closure, how she and Mark thought their matching infinity symbols would be their secret forever. How fitting that those same tattoos became the evidence that ended both their relationships. Your wife's terms are generous, my lawyer says. Most people would take the deal. I slide a folder across the desk. I have a counteroffer. Inside are printouts of every hotel receipt, every secret purchase, every real estate document. Bank statements showing suspicious transfers from our joint account to her private one, starting long before I discovered the affair. A documented history of financial infidelity alongside the physical one. She wants half? I let out a hollow laugh. She can have half of what's left after she returns everything she stole. My lawyer's eyes widen as she reviews the evidence. This changes things significantly. That evening, Sarah calls from an unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. Kevin, your lawyer's demands are impossible. You know I can't pay back that much. The house viewings with Mark were just fantasy. I never meant... Please, I'm begging you, don't do this. What we had was real. It has to count for something. I play the message twice before composing my response. A single text. Check your email. I've attached one final photo. Sarah and Mark, caught by the real estate agent's camera, planning their future in what would have been our baby's nursery. The timestamp matches the exact moment I was buying our Hawaii tickets. Everything that was real died in that room, I write. The letters proving financial fraud go to your company's board tomorrow, unless you sign the new terms. Your choice. Make it count for something. Her response comes an hour later. I'll sign. I block the new number and delete her voicemail. Some people spend their whole lives chasing infinity. I'm finally ready to embrace endings. It's been exactly 1 year since the anniversary party that ended my marriage. I'm standing in my new apartment's kitchen making coffee when the email arrives. It's from Jessica, Mark's ex-fiancée. Thought you'd want to know. Sarah and Mark finally imploded. He left her for another married woman at the firm. Karma's quite the artist, isn't it? Hope you're doing well. J. I stare at the message, expecting to feel something. Satisfaction? Vindication? Instead, there's only a calm acknowledgement, like noting the weather. Their infinity symbols are just scars now, marking a moment that no longer matters. The morning sun streams through my window, warming the granite countertops I picked out myself. My new life doesn't revolve around betrayal anymore. The anger that once consumed me has mellowed into wisdom. The pain that kept me awake at night has become the foundation for something stronger. I've learned that sometimes the best parts of ourselves emerge from the ashes of who we used to be. The man who spent weeks planning the perfect anniversary surprise couldn't have imagined becoming who I am now. Someone who takes solo trips to Hawaii, who joined a rock climbing group, who finally wrote that novel that had been sitting in his head for a decade. Sarah still tries to reach out occasionally through mutual friends. She's heard I'm dating again. Nothing serious, just dinner with a trauma therapist who understands that healing isn't linear. Sarah tells anyone who'll listen that she misses the old Kevin. She doesn't understand that she killed that version of me the moment she chose another man's forever over ours. But here's the truth about forever. It's not found in matching tattoos or empty promises. It's in the quiet moments when you look in the mirror and recognize yourself again. It's in the strength to walk away from beautiful lies and embrace uncertain truths. It's in learning that love shouldn't cost you your self-respect. I delete Jessica's email without responding. Outside, the city is waking up, full of possibilities. My phone buzzes with a message from my climbing group about tomorrow's expedition. I confirm I'll be there, smiling as I realize something. I don't just survive anymore, I thrive. And that's the best revenge of all.